Hello, my name is Jeanette Wells and I'm a Research Laboratory Coordinator with the Aquatic Research Cluster of the CREATE Network. Today I'm going to talk to you about the services that we offer and the instruments that are available in our labs. The ARC node is located at the Ocean Sciences Center in Logie Bay, and we provide research support, training, and analysis to undergraduate and graduate students, university researchers, government agencies, and private companies. ARC is divided into two areas: chemical oceanography and functional genomics and molecular biology. I am part of the chemical oceanography labs. Under chemical oceanography, we specialize in the determination of organic compounds such as lipids and amino acids, and inorganic elements such as carbon, nitrogen, and hydrogen. The vast majority of our samples come from the aquatic environment. The analysis that we provide under the umbrella of organic analysis are total lipids, fatty acids, sterols, and amino acid analysis, while the elemental analysis that we do are dissolved carbon as NPOC and dissolved nitrogen. We also do CHN analysis on particulate samples. Lipids are molecules that are insoluble in water but soluble in organic solvents. Lipids are found in all aspects of the environment, and we look at everything from fish to zooplankton to phytoplankton. I am even able to look at lipids dissolved in seawater itself. If it has come from the ocean, we have probably looked at it in terms of lipid composition. As a lab, there are 15 lipid classes that we quantify. This is an example of a triacylglycerol, one of the more abundant lipid classes that we look at. Total lipids are analyzed using an Iatriscan Mark 6 and silica-coated chromorods. The process is thin layer chromatography, and the lipid extracts are applied using a Hamilton syringe to the bottom of the rods, and the rods are placed into different development systems with increasing polarity. Between the different systems, the rods are then scanned in the Iatriscan to produce a chromatogram. We use the Peak Simple software to record the chromatograms and to calculate the areas under the curve. Using calibration curves, we are able to transform the area under the curve to milligrams of lipid. The Iatriscan has the ability to detect microgram size amounts, so we are able to determine the lipids in some very small samples, such as individual zooplankton or fish larvae. Fatty acids are very closely tied to total lipids. Fatty acids are long-chain molecules that are found in fats and oils and are components of the acyl lipid group. So this is the triacylglycerol that I showed you earlier, and this would be a fatty acid. So in this particular case, we have 3 fatty acids. The fatty acids are removed from the glycerol backbone using a sulfuric acid methanol mixture and heat. We identify 74 fatty acids. Routinely, we look at fatty acids from C14 to C24(1), but we can analyze from C8 to C30. We don't routinely do the shorter chain fatty acids because they are extremely volatile and therefore hard to measure. Fatty acids are analyzed on an Agilent 6890 GC-FID equipped with a 7683 autosampler. The column that we use is a ZADB Wax Plus from Phenomenex. It has a length of 30 meters and an internal diameter of 0.32 millimeters. Chromatograms are integrated using the Agilent OpenLab data analysis software. A GC run for fatty acids is approximately 38 minutes, so with the autosampler we are able to do approximately 30 samples in a 24-hour period. In addition to running total fatty acids, we are able to divide our lipid extracts into neutral and polar fractions using Strata SI1 silica tubes. Samples are applied to the top of the clean tubes using a number of different solvent systems. The total extract can be separated into neutral, polar, and acetone mobile polar lipid fractions. The subsamples are then derivatized in a methanol sulfuric acid solution and run on the Agilent GC using the fatty acid column. PLFAs, or the fatty acids from the polar lipid fraction, are very important for studying microbial activity, especially in sediments. As you saw when I talked about our total lipid classes, we are able to determine a sterile amount using the Iatro-Scan, but this would be one number for all the different sterile classes that are available. Sterols are polycyclic alcohols that are very important components of cell membranes. We are able to identify 25 different sterols, all listed here. Sterols are analyzed on the Varian CP3800 GC-FID equipped with a CP8400 autosampler and a splitless injection. Sterols are analyzed from the fatty acid derivative that we made while doing our fatty acid analysis, but is further trimethylsilylated with 4 drops of BSA at 85 degrees for 15 minutes. It is important to note that this silylation is only good for 48 hours, so samples must be run quickly. The column that is used in this analysis is a ZADB5 from Phenomenex with a length of 30 meters and an internal diameter of 0.32 millimeters. In this case, the sample run is about 30 minutes. Again, this machine has an auto-sampler, so it is able to be run 24 hours a day, so you can process about 40 samples in a 24-hour period. Chromatograms are integrated using the OpenLab data software. Amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. Many are essential components of any diet as they cannot be synthesized by many organisms. We quantify 32 amino acids, all listed here. Unfortunately, the method we use does not measure taurine or arginine. Arginine is an indispensable amino acid required by finfish, crustaceans, and mollusks. We are able to look at both free and protein-bound amino acids. When you are looking at the protein-bound amino acids, the proteins are broken up into their component amino acids using a hydrochloric acid phenol mixture at 100 degrees for 24 hours. Both types of analyses are done using the EasyFast kits from Phenomenex. Unfortunately, these kits cost over $3,000 each and have a very short shelf life. Therefore, we will only order the kits if someone is looking to process over 200 samples. It should also be noted that is a different kit for free than for the protein-bound amino acids. The amino acids are analyzed on a Varian CP3800 GC that is equipped with a 3400 autosampler. The GC column is a ZADB AAA from Phenomenex and has a length of 10 meters and an internal diameter of 0.25 millimeters. The sample run time is only 6 minutes, and Phenomenex prizes themselves on the fact that the entire analysis from start to finish only takes 15 minutes, so you are able to process a lot of samples in a day. Chromatograms are again integrated with the Agilent OpenLab data analysis software. That comes to the end of our organic analysis. As part of our elemental analysis, we have the TOC analyzer. In this analysis, seawater is collected, filtered, and acidified. Non-purgeable organic carbon, or carbon that is remaining after the sample has been acidified and purged with purified air to remove the inorganic carbon, and the total nitrogen can be measured using a Shimadzu TOC-TN analyzer. There is a 68 vial autosampler that is designed to handle 40 ml vials. The machine has an approximate 10-minute sampling time, and we are able to run an entire rack of vials in an overnight run. The CHN machine is used to measure carbon, nitrogen, and hydrogen in particulate samples. Samples are either filtered onto a 25 millimeter GFC filter in the case of seawater or algal cultures, or dried and ground and weighed into tin capsules for samples such as fish flesh or sediment. The packaged samples are then analyzed by a PerkinElmer 2400 Series 2 CHN analyzer. This machine is also equipped with a 60 sample autosampler. Analysis time is about 60 minutes per sample, so about 60 samples are run in an 8-hour day. Lastly, we have an Agilent 7890 GCFID with a 7693 autosampler. This GC has a multi-mode injector that is temperature programmable. This machine, unlike others in the lab, do not have a dedicated purpose, so can be programmed for a variety of analyses. So if you have a method in a column, this machine is open for general usage. Thank you for your time today. If you have questions about any of the equipment or services that I have talked about here today, please feel free to contact me at 864-2521 or email me at wellsj@mun.ca. A full list of the equipment and services, as well as the fees associated, can be found on our website listed here. Thank you again.